Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, I'm sure by whatever I title this video, you'll understand what I'm doing here. Yes, I know I said that I wasn't going to buy the stupid thing for the pack for the independent archives, but playing around with it a bit, getting some information, I decided to buy it, and I did the mastery on my Monaveen. Come in here, the refinery. The tab is still there, but it does say build the Monaveen to unlock this refinery. So if I build another Monaveen, will I get to keep the mastery and have this refinery if I wanted to? Maybe. I don't know that I want to. But it may be interesting to find out if you so choose. Alright, so let's go into this independent archive and I'll show you why I broke down and did it. Part of it was one pack was going to get me all the way, well, I ended up going to 35, but to at least 30, which is a requirement to max out the Monaveen here. And I got enough archive data shards to buy each of these pillars, or to trade in for each of these pillars, and be able to activate this daily claim. It's really the daily claim that sold me. Take a look at these numbers. It's really the power steel, the titanium, and the lithium. And yes, I'm at level 62, so I really have use for, non-Sigma resources. Yes and no. Some of the ships, still, do I want to upgrade them? Sure. Because various events could use ships for certain things. And like I said, I want to upgrade the miners for getting mining. I want to use the G5 faction miners for my mining dailies. And there is trade-ins. You can trade up. I can trade this old shit in for the new shit. Is it a great exchange? No, not necessarily. But if this is free, then who cares? More Sigma for me. And that is, I guess, until I get the Monaveen skin, and then this should turn into Sigma. I don't know. Some of this other shit here, like Regal Geodes and Shipyard Directives, don't really matter because why? All the claims are gone. Materials here, these are a chance. I mean, as much as well as the directives, which is, yeah, whatever. But it's really Becca that convinced me that it was a good buy. It does remove anything. I mean, it's a few button clicks, and you're done for the whole day. Assuming you still want to claim this. And yes, I still wanted to claim this stuff, because I still wanted the resources and materials. It is a step in the right direction. Is it kind of shitty that it may take a while to get up to the right levels? Yeah, it is. But at the same time, there is some shit available in the Battle Pass, so maybe it's not going to take you that long. Alright, let's back out, hit the claim. Something interesting about the claim mall, you see I can go into each of these masteries and claim them individually, or you can just, bam, click. Now this is the, what's that dumb shit? Botany Bay. This is a claim for the Botany Bay. You can see it's just the Botany Bay stuff. But again, it's nice. I mean, transporter patterns. Who doesn't want transporter patterns every day for free? They're done. Bam. Here you go. Here's a Monaveen. I did kind of expect it all to be in one screen. But this is fine, I guess. Yeah. I mean, and I think what really sold me was, it's not just that I want some of these resources, it is that Look at the numbers here. These are max pulls. Getting max pull of all three every day. Couldn't even do that before. And I was refining as much as I could. Or was refining the maximum amount. I couldn't max pull all three of them every day. But the mastery allows you to do that. With all the stuff. Which is... It does honestly seem very generous. I half expected him to only be like, oh, we're just going to give you the minimum amount. No, they're giving you the maximum amount. So, well, yeah. You know, I had to break down and buy the thing. Though I probably need to get over myself because, at least for me, there is, again, a dual purpose. I get the benefit of this stuff and I can make a video and at least share the information as much as I can even think of with all of you. There is a secondary purpose there. Which, yeah, it's... Who doesn't like sharing information? Well, some people don't. Some people really like sharing information. It's kind of like the basis of the internet. Something else I do want to call your attention to over here, the daily pull for these independent archives over here in the building resources. The two on the end here for me anyway. One is the schematics for the building itself, upgrading the building itself, and the other is the archive data shards for the individual loop pillars. Something I didn't notice before, and I guess hopefully it was just me and all of you noticed it too. Max capacity here, 5,000. You can only have 5,000 of this stuff. Now I noticed it because there was 4,000 in the pack I bought, and I had 1,000, so I got to 5,000, and then it was like, oh, the little thing where it grays out, like you see the trial bells here, and it gives you another claim of something, like a repair speed up or something, for some reason. That's when I noticed that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I gotta go spend the dumb things. Somewhat disappointing, but something to be aware of. That you would have to come in here and start buying some of this stuff. Oh, another thing I want to mention, why I went to 35 and not just 30. Because I could have stopped at 30, that's what the Monaveen required. Well, I didn't have enough of the archive data shards to get to max the Monaveen. Now, I could have done it, I would have had it today, but I didn't feel like waiting till today. I wanted to do it yesterday. And of course I didn't record because, you know, record the process of me doing it. Not that it's necessary, but it could have been useful for a video, but maybe not really. But I went to 35 so I could boost my archive shard free claim from 275 to 300. And then an extra 300 got me enough to max the Monaveen, which is something you should note. You can see here, level 1, it's 50. Come all the way down to level 5, it's 75. 10, it's 125. So every 5 levels, right? Or 1 and then every 5. So, or every 5 and 10? However, you know what I'm saying, right? It changes, right? The daily pool increases about 25. And what that is going to do, for those of you that don't know, maybe some of you are new to this game. Some of you know exactly what that means. Some of you don't. This pool here is going to change. It is not going to be the same pool. It was 275, right? I pulled it. I got my 275. I did the building up to 35, and it changed to 300. So now that 275 claim is gone. And it is now the 300 claim, which I hadn't pulled. At least that's my thought process and why some of these reset. It changes the claim, so therefore it's a new claim. I think with most of them it does. At least the ones where, like say, upgrading a building or a research or whatever will change the claim. Nice having that reset. You get even more archive data shards. I couldn't have come up with a better name for that. Archive data shards. Call them archive tokens. I don't know. Archive tokens and archive schematics. Remember that. Because we can't say data shards, because then we'll think about, how many, of the officer. How many datas are there? It's like 6? No, 4. There's a common. There's an epic. There's that rare. And then there's that rare. So there's 2 rares. 2 rares, an epic, and a common. Can't say data shards. To say something else. Whatever. I think there are a few things other than I kind of want to talk about. I think I'm going to save that for another video. So preview, I guess, another video and talking about those archive shards. I will kind of talk a little bit more about some of these other pillars and whether or not it makes any sense to wait until you max it to start buying some of these or not. Being how there is a 5,000 limit, I think you got to spend a few. And to a certain extent, I think that's intentional. Right? We've had a habit of holding on to currencies or hoarding. As Hamster Guy likes to say, we're hoarders. It's designed to get you to not hoard this stuff. There are a few benefits. Are they beneficial to you? Well, that is debatable. But, again, as you can see, wrapping this up here, I did buy the pack. I said I wasn't going to. Change my mind. Oh well. Sue me. I changed my mind. Because I like it. Right? Getting max pulls. So it's not just some of these daily claims that it's just a one-off one. Some of these refineries that had a 1 or 2 or 3 chest option, you're getting the max pull for all the options. All of the options. Now, not the Queen Favors, because you got the Queen Favors, and then you traded them in for the Par Steel, the Tritanium, or the Dilithium. They're just giving you the Dilithium. And removing that Queen Favor claim. Which is... it's fine. This makes it so much more easier. Yeah, okay. Depending on your level, maybe you will or maybe you won't have use for this. Excuse me. Well, that is something for you to decide. Anyway, comment below. How ridiculous is it, do you think maybe I said in the one video I wasn't going to buy this shit. And then all of a sudden, next video, oh look, I bought it. Should I get over it and just be like, yeah, I changed my mind? Because I did. And maybe now that you know that you're going to get the maximum amount of pulls for all the things, you think it's maybe a little nicer than maybe you previously thought. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.